Welcome to Marian Ghana, where kente cloths is what we do, where African weddings and events are our specialty, where African tradition wears perfected, where beautiful culture resides, where marrying is honorable. mgkente.com, where competitors can't compete in quality or prices. Shop now, mgkente.com.
Greetings and salutations, family. I'm Dr. Jamille Harrell-Sims, and today's lecture for me is going to be about being on code. We got several codes. I'm not going to discuss them all here because some of them need to be coded, which means we don't say this out in front of everyone. We do have some business that needs to be family only, and you know what I mean by that. But the one code that I do want to talk about is all of us uniting, regardless of our theology, regardless of our politics, regardless of the clubs that we belong to, regardless of all that. And I'm not talking to any bootleg. So if you're a bootleg or somebody that goes along to get along, if you one of them, this isn't for you. But if you want to learn something, and I'm going to learn you something today, you go ahead on and stick in here. You might get your feelings hurt, but I digress. So here's the issue. The issue is all of us, and my term that I use is highly melanated, aboriginal, diasporic Africans, foundational Black Americans. That's long, isn't it? And the reason why I say that is I'm trying to give respect to the names that we have come up with. There was this guy, he had mental problems. His name was J. Edgar Hoover. And J. Edgar Hoover said in the 60s, there will never be another Black Messiah unless we create him, unquote, quote, unquote. He said that. And ever since Malcolm and Martin and, Medgar, Fannie Lou Hamer, Dr. Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale, shout out, Angela Davis, I can go on and on and on. We had some writers in the 60s, but we've always had writers, and we didn't always agree. W.E.B. Du Bois did not always agree. We just have differences of opinion, but that should not stop us from uniting. Hear me with this one. I'm calling the 12 tribes. I'm going to name my version of some of the 12 tribes. Foundational Black Americans, Hebrew Israelites, the Moors, Pan-Africanists. Those are my top 4. The nation, Christians, whatever else there is, ADOS, whatever you want to call yourself. I'm not talking to BIPOC. And I'm not talking to people of color because those are two terms I highly disagree with. But I digress. Here's my point. My point is we have got to stop letting these conceptual and theoretical frameworks divide us. Because at the end of the day, they don't care what your socioeconomic status is. They don't care where you grew up. They don't care if you come from the islands. They don't care if you come from Africa. They don't care if you came from right here in the good old U.S. of Snakes of A. They don't care. What they see is your skin color. And I really want somebody to show me where is a nation called Black. Because according to the Moors, their Black has no standing in law. So I want you to look at, we've been colored, Negro, Black, African American. Who created these names for us? Anything to keep us from being Hebrew, to keep us from being, Aboriginal, anything to keep us from knowing who we truly are. We are just now finding out about books that were written years ago that said who we were and who was here first. We're not doing that. If it's not on social media, you don't get it. I challenge you to crack open some books. I challenge you to start with David Imhotep and Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, John Hope Franklin. I challenge you to read Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. I challenge you to listen to Sister Queen Shahrazad Ali. I challenge you to watch Hidden Colors, all of them. I challenge you to listen to Dane Calloway. I challenge you to listen to Professor Black Truth. You may not agree with any of these people. I'm naming these people because somebody has to teach something. And we're so busy trying to get along and run to everybody else's cause. Our mission has been co-opted. It's not ours anymore. And we don't even know what's going on because we're too busy trying to get in where we fit in. Listen, it's time for the 12 tribes to sit down and have a talk and then do some action. See, because we've been talking for 460 years, and those of us who did the action, we had a problem with them. What is it going to look like for our children 10 years from now? That is on us. That is 100% on us. As soon as you enter the room, the weight of your ancestors is on your back. They don't see you. They see your people. That's who you represent. And however you act, that's what they expect based on the stereotype. We are letting Hollywood tell the world who we are. And we need to stop doing that unless we are the ones that are creating the documentary or the movie. We should not let people who don't look like us tell our story. So what I'm saying to you, being on code, is coming together. That's the first thing we should do. We don't have to agree, but we do need to sit down and say, okay, I don't believe what you believe, but one thing I know is my children look like yours. And we once had communities where the community raised us, where you knew you couldn't cuss because your parents would find out. You knew you couldn't call that elder by their first name. You knew how far you could go, and you knew when the street lights came on that you were to come home. Things have changed, but some things need to go back to that foundation. We need that foundation back. And instead of criticizing each other, I don't agree with you, I can't listen to you because of this, I don't like your hair, I don't like this, you light skin, you dark skin, you have degrees, you don't, I don't like you because you live here and not there. Get rid of all that. What can we do without asking anybody's permission to uplift us? Let's stop looking at other people to uplift us. And we need to uplift us. And if you don't want to do that, then go over there with the bootlegs. Go over there and kiss Masa's ring. But for the rest of us, we have the Spirit of the Most High. We are the children that the Bible speaks about. We are the people who were here when Columbus got lost. We are the authors of science, mathematics, and medicine. We are all that. Not slaves. That's not who we were. That's what happened to us. We are not that. And for all of our troubles, pay us what you owe us. That's it. That's all. Don't want to hear nothing else about the two wings of the same bird. I'm Dr. Jamille Sims, unapologetically highly melanated Aboriginal foundational Black American and a Pan-Africanist and a Hebrew. Peace, love, and shalom.
In search of a financial opportunity to pay off student loans, a young Black American woman moves to South Korea to work. As the author, Bootsy W. recalls culture shock and fun adventures in a country far from home. She's also faced with anti-Black racism and featureism, quickly learning that white supremacy is practiced not only by whites, but by those that are categorized as people of color. Based on her 10 years of living abroad, the book Ago Igo compares and contrasts Korea versus the United States on subjects such as code, communal living, racism, effective protests, global alliances, warrior class, music, political correctness, health, aging, money, and the coronavirus. This blunt memoir is uncomfortable, humorous, and educational. Help fight propaganda and mainstream agendas by picking up a copy of Ago Igo on Amazon.com.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the African Diaspora News Channel app, now available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.